Finding your authentic self after kratom addiction. Hi, my name is Becca, and here on our channel, we have a cool community that is either going through addiction, has gone through it, those of us who are in recovery, and those of us on this journey of sobriety. So if that's something that interests you or resonates with you, I welcome you to stick around. So cool. Sometimes I like to do really informational, cut and dry concepts here on our channel in our videos, but I also like to do these like philosophical ponderings, if you will, as well. And so that's what today is about. And it's something that I talk about in different ways throughout a lot of our videos, but I wanted to take a quick moment to ponder on it with you, wrap our minds around it, possibly together. And so what does this mean, like finding our authentic selves? I believe that when we are in addictions, that we are not our authentic selves. I believe that when we are in addictions, that the substance and the addiction and the dependency to it takes the center stage before who we really are. And oftentimes we will put the substance and the habitual use of it before the things that we love, the people that we love, the places that we want to go to, the way that we take care of ourselves, the way that we take care of others, and it really becomes the focus. I've said this before, there's this cool quote that I've heard that addiction is the progressive narrowing of things that give us pleasure. Because if you think about it, when we start off before addiction, there's this whole landscape of things that we've loved and that we've enjoyed and that have brought us joy and pleasure in our lives. And when we become addicted to something, kratom or whatever else, there is this progressive narrowing where the focus becomes only the substance and only when we're going to use it next. So in that, we lose who we are, because I think essentially that's, a big part of who we are is, what we love and who we love and how we express ourselves and, the things that we like to do and the places that we like to go and, all of these different things. And so when our focus becomes so narrow that it's only on kratom or that it's only on the substance that we're on, we lose touch with who we really are. So what does it mean to find ourselves again? For me, it meant going through the grueling journey of quitting kratom and going through the recovery process and becoming sober and really putting in that work and cultivating the patience and the strength and the resilience that it taught me in the quitting and in the recovery process. And then moving forward, as I got through those beginning times of quitting and, the acutes and the pause, which is the post-acute withdrawal stuff, when I made it through there, I was able to slowly but surely regain the strength to begin to cultivate the things within myself that I had lost touch with before the addiction. And I want to remind you, we talk about it a lot, that this doesn't happen overnight and that we need to spend an undefined amount of time that can take a lot longer than we want it to take when we're in the beginning parts of recovery, we have to spend that time in that space. We have to be uncomfortable, and unfortunately we have to suffer. We have to wonder how long it's going to take, and we have to learn, and we have to change, and we have to grow. But that's what happens in the process unintentionally, and then we move forward and we've regained that strength. And then it's time to rediscover who we are, and it's time to figure out either what we've lost or what we want to discover for the first time in our life sober after this addiction. And that's the fun part, you know, like that's where we do truly like cultivate who we are in our authentic selves. And so for me, like what that looked like was after I got through my pause and all that kind of stuff, I was able to really search my soul about like, okay, what do I want to do professionally? Because my career path that I was on had ended, and I had to refocus on what I wanted to do professionally. So I did that. I took some online certification courses, and I was able to redirect my career path into a job that I find purpose in. I was able to redirect myself creatively because I'm a musician and artist, and I had to kind of basically relearn how to be creative, because before my kratom addiction, I was addicted to weed for 15 years. So I was used to just being high and playing the guitar and writing songs for all of those years. And I really had to relearn how to be creative sober. And that was cool though, because it was a challenge, and it allowed me to access parts of my brain and parts of my creativity that weren't dictated by the substances. So that was really cool. I was able to find new hobbies and new interests that I didn't have before, because when we get sober, after we get through the tough stuff, we do have extra energy. We do have extra, not time a lot of times because of our schedule, but sometimes we do, where we have, time and energy to figure out like, okay, what are some new things that I might be interested in? So all of this, I'll mention too that I was able to really like focus on my health. That's something that a lot of times goes to the wayside. So all of these things were things that I did to really cultivate and learn who I was again, and to, become my authentic self again in sobriety, not dictated by a substance or a high. It's really cool. So this is a short pondering that I wanted to do with you, and I encourage you to share where you're at below if it's something that you'd like to get into together. And I thank you for being here, and I will see you in our next video. Bye.